Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey traders, happy Friday. Good to see y'all on just another sell-off day. Bitcoin the lowest daily candle close since January 19th. And that's it. I mean, like we were talking about yesterday, maybe a test of 21.3, 21.5. You finally got that 21.5 test, but I don't know if that's going to hold. There's no real edge, right? Daily, the negative momentum's building. See the 4 hour. Being told anything on the 4 hour? Nothing. No edge. No bullish divergence yet. Impossible to have hidden bullish divergence. You got nothing now. So we're talking about cloudy skies, unfortunately. But that's the way it works, man. Most of the time, even Bitcoin, your favorite asset in the world, most of the time it's not going to be giving you a discernible edge. Most of the time it's going to be a coin flip. That's why you got to keep scanning. You can't be obsessed with Bitcoin if you care about traditional technical analysis and trading. Okay, I mean, to us, like, to someone who cares about TA, Bitcoin has to be just another asset. If it doesn't show us the criteria we're looking for, forget about it, man. But yeah, currently 21,620, and that's about it. It became oversold yesterday for the first time since the 19th of December, first time of the year. So that's about it. Remember, what I'm thinking is no matter what happens, you're going to get a pullback. It's going to end up being a higher low on the pivot. You're going to attempt to rally. You just don't know where. Where are we, though? Have we officially hit a 38% retrace yet? Have we begun the golden zone? Not yet. You got a little bit lower to fall. Remember, from your low to the high, the common retrace zone, always between the 38% retrace and the 618. There you have it. So just marginal downside. 3.3% to go until the 382. 8% until the 50% retrace, and then if you get in real wacky, we got 13% downside before the 618. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be that case for most cryptos, just beginning to retrace. Thanks for being here. It's Friday, man. You could be doing anything. Can y'all hear me? Can we get a sound check? Make sure we're good. Let me know, man. And join the Discord if you're new. Imagine not being in that Discord. Let's go to Ethereum. We're going to wait on your feedback on the audio. Have to ask, man. Unfortunately, the flag has been breached on Ethereum. Broke down. Negative Momo building. Lowest price, lowest close since January 13th. 1420 seems like the likely candidate for Ethereum to run to, especially Bitcoin's going to make a 38% retrace, right? A little bit more downside. 200-day moving average, 1444. So that's kind of your next target area. Even if you use Fibonacci, it's the same thing. From the low to high, you're getting close to that, at least the 38% retrace at 1472. No edge. No edge. Not yet, anyway. This will happen, man. These flags are freaking coin flips. That's why a month ago, there were many assets that were showing far greater probability of upside than a coin flip. But when that plays out, TA is respected, a month goes by, assets run up 50%. You get to the next inflection points, and then it starts becoming literal coin flip. And that's what we were doing. That's where we're at, unfortunately. But again, man, there were times when it wasn't like this just a month ago. Old BNB continuing to fall through off that rising wedge, bearish breakdown, one that had a formidable argument for reversal to the downside. It's the wedge. It's the bearish divergence. It's the formal bearish backtest. What was once resistance in history, it became resistance again. And that's it so far. 297. Seems like it'll be tested soon. Negative momentum building, highest levels you've seen since December. Highest levels of negative momentum on the daily of the year 2023. Lowest levels of relative strength you've seen since virtually the beginning of the year, January 3rd. That's about it, man. That's what you had. The 4 hours, pretty nice, man. That's a pretty structure, isn't it? And just all the context was so nice. 100% measure movement. Where would that take us? This rising wedge breakout, breakdown. From the breakdown, here it is. A 100% measure move on BNB would take you to $289.70. So you're about halfway there right now. No big deal. Okay, that's your BNB. That's your update. XRP, of course, going to be not having a good time. Could never break out on the daily, weekly. You look at that and you say, hey, no big. And same with the BNB. Look at the weekly. It's really not that big a deal. You're pulling back, and this idea for a potential massive reversal is valid until sellers breach 32.5 cents. It's the same analysis every day. Welcome to it, man. Welcome to the rerun. So those are your big four. The big four. But what about Cardano? That, of course, was at a major reversal area, and what did it do? It's now, followed through. Lowest daily candle close you received moments ago since January 19th. Back inside the massive downsloping channel. What was once resistance at 41.3 cents is resistance again with some follow through. And of course, from the previous major high on the daily to the low, an 88% retrace, it was confluent. It makes tons of sense. Yeah, this is what happens after waves up based on nothing. Okay, one of your largest coins. And it's kind of the same story across this market right now. What rallies lasted for a month and assets are up 50 to 100+%, and then they're at resistances, and then they've tested those resistances for a good week or so, and buyers have been unable to take out the supply that is at those levels. That makes plenty of sense why they'd be there. General consensus areas where there'd be sell orders, and a short-term reversal has begun, and it's not a big deal. Stop freaking out. My God. Talking to you, chat. Relax. Let's go to the S&P 500, where you were up 0.22% today. You can thank energy for that. Energy sector, unbelievable. I think ExxonMobil made all-time highs today. Defense stocks did well too. Tech got pretty wrecked. Leisure got destroyed. I mean, it's pretty gross, man. Well, there you go, man. 4,058, the key inflection point, has been defended and formally back tested for just a moment into the weekend. First level of negative momentum you've seen since January 5th today. Not in the bullish control zone, just neutral right now. Okay, Dow Jones. Buyers defending 33,729. Again, thank energy and defense. That's it. I mean, this is not confirmed yet. The two confirmation highs, you'd get that, I think, when you catch some follow through. You're still kind of in that neutral pattern. Or if the bids continue to come in next week and you broke out on the upside, that'd be really good. Just for now, this is what we're seeing happening. It's developing, just like it's developed before in the past. Confirmation highs all the time. So let's see what happens next week. You still got earnings happening daily. There was one cannabis stock that was down 50% today, I think, on earnings. It's like, what do they earn, dude? Your Nasdaq composite down 0.61%. Remember, a false bullish breakout above 12,000. Lowest daily candle close since the 31st.
Why FOMO into HBAR? What is this stuff?
What's up, Solta? I don't know. We can look at it. Thanks for the First and possibly only contribution of the day. Thank you, man. I don't know why HBAR, man. Really? Is it so special? Is it like better than everything else? Is HBAR a household name? Right. Well, look. Thank you. Okay. That's it. Nasdaq. I mean, you false bullish breakout. And, at least a test of, you got a little bit more downside, 11,550 for that. Just a test of maybe the high from mid-December. But we understand below 11.9 and 12,000, you could make your way to 10,800. It wouldn't be weird. Why? Because history tells us that's exactly what happens every single time, just about, right? I mean, no liquidity until 10.8. That's the general consensus area where bids would be coming in. Just like 11,900 to 12,000 would be the general consensus area where there would be supply, where there would be possible reversals. Well, that's begun. But, it's just begun. No big deal. You pull back, make a higher low, no problem, man. You go test it again later, you break it, wow, on to 13K.
Hey Mitch, really appreciate all you do. Can we look at NFLX, please? 4H and daily RSI bearish structures, daily dark cloud cover.
Ooh.
Looks like inverse dragon, which has
Gross.
broken out, level from October 2018. I'm short from $365, cheers.
That thing sounds supercharged, Allie. Thank you, dude. Yes, we're looking at Netflix. That has just been yandering on up, man. Just continuing on up. It's been nonstop, right? Just since it collapsed, crashed, months ago. Yeah, we'll look at that. Put it on the list. Thank you, dude. HBAR is partnering with Google and Dell. Well, Dell looked pretty good today, despite tech looking like a lot of crap. Interesting, if that's the case. But again, partnerships, that's great and all, but again, that's just speculative. It's not like, it's just not how you gauge the value of anything just by, it partnered with real companies, so it's legit now, so therefore it should be worth more. How much money does it make? Okay, yeah, but I mean, I don't know, like a lot of times, Matic, massive outperformer. It was a partnership with Disney and something else, maybe Microsoft, I can't remember. And it since that was the bottom in June, and it's been making higher lows, outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum and BNB and XRP, of course.
Ayo, what percentage of net worth should be in long-term investments you don't touch? Made life-changing money in the last market cycle. Stayed out a year, struggling to determine long-term stock investments versus crypto versus trading account percentages.
I mean, it's tough. You're asking a guy that, when I went full on cash last year, I didn't participate much, because the market was so bearish, and it still could very well be bearish. Only started dipping toes in on those massive 200-day large structures. So, but yeah, normally in the sit it and forget it 401ks or the, if you have an SCP or you have a Roth IRA, your net worth probably in better market conditions, probably 70%. You should have, there should be a lot of exposure. That should be something that one is constantly dollar cost averaging. That should be automatic. You're making money. You're working your A off every week. Every 2 weeks, you're getting paid. Every month, you're getting paid. Compounding is proven to be a superior strategy. And just think about it. Everyone else in the West is every 2 weeks, they're getting paychecks. That money is going into the stock market. So it's you're going to have downtrends, but just think about long-term, really long-term. Talking about, 10% on average, 7 to 10% on average in normal years. And last year was a terrible year. And that could continue, maybe another year. Oh, God forbid we get one more year, because that's probably about as long as it's going to last, man. Unless some crazy stuff happens in the 50s and 60s.
Can you take a look at natural gas? Looks good to me, and I was wondering what you thought.
Looks good. Good like a swatted fruit fly. We'll look at natural gas. Thank you, dude. But yeah, man, you got to think about long term, and you got to think about your earning. And a lot of, you should be, in my opinion, it worked for me, especially in my 20s. I'm putting in the absolute, I'm making lunches for myself. I'm not doing anything. I am bare bones. I'm not going out. Every dime I could scrape together is going in my Roth IRA to max that out. My 401k, brokerage accounts after that. And it's like everything else, screw that. It's called delayed gratification. And if you can like wait, you can delay good stuff. It turns into stuff like this.
Hey Mitch,
Not
really
even kidding, dude.
appreciate all you do.
Gosh dang
Can
it,
we look at
this,
NFLX, please? 4H and daily
Hold on, let
RSI
me-
bearish structures, daily dark cloud cover. Looks like
Okay. Yeah, delayed gratification manifests into this if you work hard enough. I didn't really get started into that crazy mindset and world until like 22. You know, so there are people in this community that are 18. Some people are 17, 19, whatever. If you can get started, then you're going to beat me out. Because the earlier you are, the compounding interest is proven to be more exponential. So getting started at 18 versus someone who's 22, 23, it turns into like $1 million+. Okay. I think that's the route. That was the route I chose, was to live like a peasant for many years and then finally pulled the trigger on enjoying it, but only after, over a decade. But hey man, you can do your thing. You can do your thing, and we used traditional technical analysis last year to guide us to preserve our capital, because I can't, with directed money, I can't sit idly by and just look at the Fed banning themselves from buying stocks, and then a pretty big sell-off happening, then a lower high getting put in, and then a second high that confirms the lower high than the all-time high. Couldn't stand by, man, and just know what that means and let my money get nuked. After such a long established run, these things happen, man. So, and really it was all the macroeconomic data with the ISM, manufacturing, just spooked me. And you just continued getting any kind of rally was just another like confirmation, lower highs, man, before rolling over again, making lower lows. And then again, not until, and I was pretty bearish up until the right shoulders got put in on all these stocks. Talking about stuff like, like the entertainment, right? And some energy were inverse head and shouldering too. So I don't know. That kind of got me off on a tangent. Sorry about that. Anyway, I don't know if that helped at all, but we'll see. Where were we? Let's go to the IWM. Well, still above $188, which is the big one. Like, that's a massive level. Clearly, you can see since February 2022, that's when it was created. It's been regarded. So if you can hold that as support, no problems, man. And again, we were talking about anything. If the IWM, if sellers push this price down and are unable to take out the low from late December, you're going to just have a third higher low, one low, two low. The structure, the bullish accumulation structure, we're so aware of its significance and what it represents. And the rule of three, we know well. That's probably where I'd be taking, some money and be adding to this if we get a third higher low. Now, again, you made a local higher low, but you still, from this high to low, you're at an 88% retrace and pulling back. So I don't think we're out of the bear market. Okay, that remains. We are remaining in a bear market until we actually start taking out major highs, previous highs. Index funds aren't really doing that. The Dow Jones is probably closest. So we're really close to being able to say maybe, but not yet, man. We need more data. need highs to be captured. We need to run to 209, 213, and then we need to break that. Okay, so those are your index funds. Let's go to golds. Yeah, just hanging out. Didn't do much of anything today. Remember, it confirmed that falling 3 methods yesterday and just indecision today. Nothing to really talk about. Silver, bearish engulfing candle yesterday and just nothing today. Probably going to be heading down to 20 for a pullback. I mean, just a common retrace. I think you've already made a 38% retrace, but yeah, today you did, or yesterday you hit it. So yeah, you're approaching, you're in the golden zone now, the top or the beginning of the golden zone. So not much to look at. Of course, yeah, natural gas had a good day, but one we got to look at. Finally, orange juice pulled back, dude. After, you know, that 1272 fib extension and reversing today, just gapped down and just sold off a bearish Mara Bazoo candle where there are no wicks, Japanese for bald, no wicks. It's the Mara Bazoo, man. Certainly no edge, like nothing implying the buyers are exhausted, just because it can't be like that when it goes so berserk so fast. Let's get to U.S. oil, and then we'll look at natural gas, which was a request. U.S. oil up almost 3% today. God, man, I don't know what to tell you. Just buyers keep defending this effing level. It's like, reminds me of the office. Snip, snap, snip, snap. Man, you're definitely a very interesting level, man. I mean, kind of hidden bullish divergence on the second low. These two lows are higher than this low, and you're above the inflection zone, and you had a bullish engulfing candle today. You closed the week back above that inflection point. I think that's a huge, I mean, like, that could certainly have consequences if there's follow through. But man, it is so choppy down here and could just end up being some sort of bear flag. But all I can do is tell you, right, that you're back above a key level. You closed the week above it. You bullishly engulfed. And buyers are defending, and a couple lows are higher than the lowest low from December, so that's where you are. You're still out. You broke that supply line again too. Interesting. Oil, natural gas. He says look good. I don't know about looks good, dude. I mean, how does this look good? I have concerns, man. I mean, maybe a little bullish divergence in the MACD, but dude, you're below key inflection points, right? You're not at 216 and you're below 267. You're below all these levels that were supports before. You're not above them. So that's not really an area where you're taking action. You're letting buyers get back above that price, or you're going to let it wait to roll over to go to 216, the next support. So for me, remember, at least what I try to teach, what I've learned to be pretty successful is identifying structural developments that take a while to be discernible on a chart. And certainly, right, we know there are impulse phases and there are consolidation phases. What is natural gas in right now? Is natural gas in a consolidation phase, or is it in an impulse phase still? I wonder what do y'all think? Is this a pattern, man? Oh, there was a pattern. Remember that time? There was a pattern, and there was another pattern. Make sure the stream's on. Wow, dude. Dead chat? Hello? Oh, I think my stuff broke. What the heck? Nat gas 113 sharp. Let's see how deep we've retraced, though. We're at least getting to that level. You have achieved an 88% retrace. That is why. That is why it was said it's okay. Yeah, 886. Dan Brunn, you're right, man. That's real. So certainly what we know about the 886, 886, not 6, is it is where magic happens. It's where major reactions occur. But if we're talking about the first visitation of the 886, we know it will probably be short-lived on a relief rally, reflexive rally before it rolls over later. And maybe, if we're blessed enough, we would receive a second test of the 886, right? And that's when things start becoming actionable. Let's see, the RSI on the daily, very close to bullish divergence. It is one time, the second time oversold. I mean, Class C divergence, it's okay, right? It's all right. And that's it. Natural gas. Wheat futures, remember, false bearish breakdowns have consequences. And here we are, chat. This is it, man. This is what happens. The sellers tried so hard in mid-December. They tried so hard in late January to breach a key level from history. It goes back many years, and they failed. Not one time, and twice now. And this is what I'm saying. There could be massive upside on wheat futures with this level being defended. Divergence be danged. And thinking maybe it's even dragon-esque. It's your complex wave structure in the making. The next wave would most likely be a more significant wave than these two waves we've received. It would be more so like the XA wave, right? We'd be getting a C to D wave. Big wave. 919 up there, 948. Let's see what happens. But what a good start if you were paying attention to the wheat analysis in the past few days, with again, sellers failing to keep the price below a key inflection point. This is what can happen. Massive bullish engulfing candle. In fact, your highest daily candle close since the 30th. Highest daily candle close on wheat futures of the year of 2023. Let's frickin' go, man. And that's all I've got to say about that. We've got live cattle futures that, well, you know, just another day, another multi-year, 7+ year high, highest daily candle close of the entire insane parabolic run-up. You cannot stop live cattle futures, steaks, orange juice. Coveted. Put some steaks instead of in your freezer, put them in your safe. Wow. It just doesn't stop, Larry. Let's go to how the weekly close. There's just another highest weekly candle close since, wow, since March of 2015. Just barely took out that April 2015 high.
Thanks for the streams. 0.00069314 BTC.
What's up, Bitixco? Bitixco? That was Bizico, dude. Did you change your name, or are you just another human being? There's Bizico and Bitixco. Thanks, man. 1501. 1 penny, dude. Can't stop the Zohan. You can't stop the steaks. That's fine, though. If you can't afford steak, go eat some freaking bacon, because hog's been getting just decimated. But hey, something happened on hogs. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed on the weekly today. Ooh. After, look at just, what a rout. Bullish divergence beginning to develop, and all happening at a big old 886. Oh boy. And just think about it. I can understand how this can happen. Hold on a sec.
TRIAS Coin Weekly.
Hello, sir. Yes, we will look at that, okay? But we have more pressing matters. A alternate bat pattern, I believe. Yes, yes, and yes. It might be time. This is big boy reaction areas, okay? On hogs. You can't say it hasn't taken literally forever for this thing to develop, okay? This is the weekly, and this is massive. This is just a bat pattern, okay? Just your good old bat pattern. This is like we're looking at crypto in December, where many assets were completing their M shapes, but they were at the 886 and they just had not reacted. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? That at this 88% retrace, we are receiving a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly, and look what could be in development on the MACD histogram if we catch any sort of follow through in the coming weeks. What would be in development if it did catch bids off this engulfing candle, chat? What could it be? Yeah, a few people answering. Yeah, so anyway, the answer was bullish divergence. So good job to Kronz and Ali and Lost Your Gun, who was first to answer correctly. Classic bullish divergence. So yes, this is definitely an area to be paying attention to hog futures, because if TA is respected, if this harmonic pattern is respected, number go up next for just a common retrace. All right, common retrace meaning high to low. You could just go to the 236. I get that too, shallow, but a common retrace, a 38% retrace to a 618. I mean, think about hog futures going to $90 to $100 again. It's at $75, the upside potential. Just for a reaction, I mean, you could go to 18 to 33%. But I kind of think, this might be it, man. And it's more significant than just the M shape, because you're talking about an asset that is attempting to make a double bottom on the weekly, where X is 1 and this could be the second low. And think about the wave structure here. I get it, man, with how they're printing money. The government just keeps taking money, sending more to Ukraine, sending it and putting it in all these omnibus bills, whatever, scams, robbing the coffer for society. They're trying to collapse society, I guess, and try to make the U.S. dollar not the world reserve currency. But I can imagine commodities, real estate, everything continuing to rally in price, not because they're worth more, but because the U.S. dollar is getting devalued in a very severe way. So any kind of pivot on commodities, I'm not going to be surprised. Sorry, just not. Okay, it's your hogs. Platinum wrecked, metals wrecked virtually. I mean, palladium destroyed. Sugar down, rice down marginally, but rice, man, freaking rice. I mean, you're talking about the same type of massive consolidation structure. Just imagine a break upward on rice futures. I'm telling you, in these market conditions, I get it. This is exactly where a reversal happens. You're not going to make me be surprised if it reverses here. But at the same time, with the fundamentals of commodities and money and all that stuff, if this broke upward and ran to over $20, can't be surprised. I mean, what they're trying to do, trying to make people poor. Okay, so let's look at U.S. Steel real quick. We'll get to these requests. U.S. Steel, reversing, but what a dragon, a visible daily dragon pattern. Broke out way back, broke out like in November, and it's been pretty decent so far, but testing top, can't break it.
Creek, natural gas stock that closed weekly above a nice line from the 90s.
Jake, I like that.
Testing. Thanks.
Whispering sweet ice lines in my ear. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that. Sounds very interesting. I mean, if natural gas, look, so natural gas is it's unrespective 886, and so are hog futures. They've been getting wrecked, man, nonstop. See what kind of reaction we get in the coming week or two. Okay. Whoa, what the? Robert, man, oh my God! How about the chat, Leroy Jenkins? If we don't get hype in the chat, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Robert tipped $499.74. Hello. Have you seen coin prices around 23K for Bitcoin on? Could you check if this is a bull market? 0.0230799 BTC.
Wow, thanks for the Bitcoin, dudes. Holy crap, Robert. That's quite a question. Let me, sorry, I kind of blacked out right there. Let me reread that. See what you said. I know you probably tipped 500, but like freaking, I think they take like 25 cents of fees or something stupid, so you didn't get the Ultra Instinct Jesus Chimes Bitcoin ball. You just got the normal ball, or you got the Nick Saban. Let's see. Have I seen coin prices around 23K for Bitcoin on biddyx.us? Check if this is a bull market. I've never even heard of that exchange, dude. I don't even know what that means. Biddy, is BittyX. I gotta find this on TradingView, sir. Will I find that? I mean, is that like Bybit or is that Bitget? What is that? Chat, could y'all help me out here, please? Please help me out. I don't know. Because I don't want to disappoint Robert, man, with that bomb. So again, if we're not talking about the exchange you're talking about, my whole kind of theory right now is we are not in some sort of 2020 or 2016 full-on bull run. I think we're more in like a 2019 period where, you had a cycle that ended. A massive drawdown occurred over the course of a year, maybe a little over a year, and a rally has ensued. It's begun. And that's exactly what happened in 2018 to 2019. A whole year, a little over a year of number go down, capitulation in November of 2018, and then by about March of 2019, February, the bullish Gartley, the M shape, had developed that classic reversal wave structure, and then we went on this rally that took us from the lowest point of $3,150 all the way up to $14,000, which now was from your all-time high from 2018 to the low point. That was a 61.8% retrace. That was your golden retrace. So that was a common retrace. And once that hit, that was the buying climax, and then eventually a bearish cipher developed up there. And then we went on this long period of time where Bitcoin was just only selling off, only lower highs, lower lows, until the crescendo of the COVID crash that took us down to $3,850. And so what happened was on the weekly, they gave us a confirmation low, 3150.
Hey Mitch, could the November low of $15,500 be SD and phase B, and we're about to see a spring and test bottom? 0.006666600 ETH.
Daniel, we'll look at it. Thank you. Sorry, I was on a roll here with that. So what happened on the weekly was, so you had your one low in November of 2018 at 3150, and then in 2020 at the COVID crash low, you ended up putting in a second bottom, a confirmation low. And on that confirmation low, that is when everything turned around, and then you had all these months.
Hey, check out arbitrage on one of the popular destinations right now, 0.0011546 BTC.
I can try. Yet. We'll see here. Don't hack me, bro. Well, I can't do it. I don't have an account, and I don't think it'll let's see if I can get a chart up on this Bitcoin. do I like pull up the Bitcoin chart? Is there any way to pull this up, dude, without that? Yeah, Bitcoin currently on this exchange is $23,600. That's true. I don't know what that means. That's weird. Could anyone tune into that? Because that's real. On this exchange, $23,600 Bitcoin. I don't know why. It is not like anything else. No other exchange is interpreting Bitcoin at that price. So, I mean, great question and good observation, but I don't really know what to make of that. Yeah, liquidity is bad, probably, on this exchange. I've never heard of this exchange before, so be really careful. You want to be trading on exchanges that are reputable, that are known, that have been around, that have history, that have liquidity. And if an asset is tracking Bitcoin at $23,600, probably doesn't have that. Yeah, if you were to say it says that's the price right now. If you went to that exchange and you probably, if you tried to sell your Bitcoin you had for that price, there's not going to be any buyers. And if there are, let us know so we can all get on that exchange and sell our Bitcoin, for a couple $1,000s more than what it's worth right now. But I'm telling you, that just seems almost certainly not going to be the case. I mean, all of us in here would be more than willing to sell our Bitcoin for that price if you're willing to buy it, but there's just not going to be anyone buying. So be careful, man. That's all I can tell you. Robert, if you're out there, and yet, both of y'all be careful. Get exchanges where it's not weird. Normally when things are weird, it's not a good thing. Okay. Gas station prices, yeah, dude, getting your Bitcoin ATM, yep. Oh my God, it's stay-at-home dad, dude. Hi. Dang, dude, where you been, man? Sure, just raising the fam, but wow, all the OGs coming back, man. It's really cool to see that. Okay, so that was kind of like, and I don't even know if that, I went into that conversation about Bitcoin, and hopefully it was helpful again.
That's our vision. We're trying to change the world.
What the? Yes.
Now $23,600 for Bitcoin on is some kind of loophole? 0.00461747 BTC.
Robert, dude, thanks for the $99.86, dude. Okay, so if you tip me between like $91 and $99.99, you get the Enron variation. So I thought when I heard them, like, what is going on? Forgot about it. Thank you so much, dude. Is there a loophole? No loophole. As I was saying, I'm telling you, if you have Bitcoin on that exchange and you attempt to sell your Bitcoin for that amount, your order will not fill. There's not going to be anyone on that exchange that is going to accept, and they're not going to give you that money, okay, for you selling. And again, if they do, I think I would take that all day. Because they're paying extreme premium. Be really careful. Don't buy. My God, because they're going to be someone that would definitely take your money for Bitcoin at that price. So the only way this works is if you have Bitcoin on that exchange right now, and make sure it's a limit sell. Because if it's a market, it's probably going to fill at $21,600. Okay. So no loophole, just sketchy, super sketchy, and probably an illiquidity issue. All right, Robert, man, thank you so much for the freaking $599.60. 40 cents from 600, bro. Crazy. Those pesky fees, man. Nice arbitrage, but again, I don't think it's gonna work the way you're thinking. It's not arbitrage, man. It's just not gonna be it. Okay. Maybe the chart stopped working. Yeah, that could be an API issue. Certainly, I mean, all kinds of problems be going on. So just, yeah. If it seems too good to be true, it almost certainly is. And at this current time, Bitcoin itself, no discernible edge on any time scale worth of crap. And there wasn't an edge at the top either. at the resistance. When it failed to break the resistance, the only thing that you had was a 4-hour lower high, and that was about it. Do I think bears are in control now? I think we're just going for a retrace where you're currently not even at a 38% retrace. You have about 3% more downside until a 382 is achieved. And again, without an edge, all we can do is know what common retrace levels are on the first wave down. Gary, oh my God, there are chickens! Holy crap.
Yes, I would also look at arbitration. Maybe you can do it live? I will donate $100 more if you arbitrate on 0.00231050 BTC.
No, well, the problem with that is I would have to create an account, right? And then take Bitcoin, transfer it over to an exchange I've never heard of in my life, and then attempt to do something that I'm just really not comfortable doing. I appreciate the,
Gentleman in the mix.
you know, the inquiry in that, but it doesn't seem like that probably is gonna be the best thing for the stream. And please just don't, you know, take it the wrong way. Like that, if I'm not doing it, like it doesn't mean I don't appreciate the contributions. Okay, so I'm not an arbitrary person, or arbitrage person. I don't really do that at all. And again, like as I was saying, if I'm thinking like,
Good evening, sir. Can you take a look at Hex? Seems to be doing its own thing.
what's up, Anonymous? Hex doing its own thing. Well, it pumped, it dumped, then it pumped again, right? Yeah, we'll see at these requests, but yeah, I'm looking at this thing. Somehow Bitcoin's up 7.39%. Yeah, dude, I'd be really careful. This seems really sketchy. You got assets that are like, let's see, Ethereum currently sitting at 1516, and then on this exchange it's 1655. Something's off, man. So all the time I've been in this market, when things are off and you start feeling that, you know, that sensation, it's probably bad. So I'd be really careful, dude, if I were you, okay? But again, super grateful for the contributions. Please understand that. We had our first contribution of the day. Ended up being HBAR for Solta. Let's go to it. HBAR. Yes, well, it's telling you, man, these assets ran and they're at these resistances. You had a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. In fact, HBAR, highest daily candle close since August of last year. Very interesting. Breaking back into the zone. But remember, one high could be a second high, could be a tempting high, and this is high risk areas for fresh longs, bro. And it would be FOMO. I mean, it doesn't matter if you buy and it pumps and breaks out. That's flipping coins. That means you flipped a coin and it landed on your side this time. But if you keep playing the numbers game, where you keep buying resistance, you keep buying at resistance, right, on their second tests, I just don't think it's not going to work out for you well in the long run. So after right, an asset, it appreciated in value over 100% in less than 3 weeks. This is not the area to be thinking about fresh longs, even if it breaks upward, and it very well could. Assets do it all the time, but I'm telling you, it's 50% chance stuff. Coin flips. And what else, man? I mean, just like Cardano, look at this high, the previous discernible high from August to the low. Where are you? You were at an 88% retrace on the second test, right? 1 and 2. It really is just sketchy. This is like the worst area to be taking fresh longs. And even if it breaks upward, I'm not gonna care. Like you can say I'm wrong all you want, but what we know about it is these are the areas where reversals happen, right? 886 full on deep reset retraces. 886 confluent with the ice line from history. This is the worst area ever to be taking fresh longs. How do you strategize or stop either? Like what do you do? Like I don't even know how one would like have awesome stop loss setup that makes all the sense in the world with strategy looking left. It seems kind of tough here. So, but hey, man, I hope it works out for you, Solta. I really do. Sorry, just making sure I didn't miss any some of the chat.
Hey Mitch. In #respect theta I posted a bullish shark on BTC last night at 23,000 for a target of the 886% at $20,843 or the 113% at $19,897. Thoughts on this harmonic? 0.00333000 ETH.
What's up, BT Crypto, man? Binance. I mean, we can look at it. Binance, dude, thanks for the 50. Wow, dude. Leroy Jenkins, man. I mean, I can pull it up and I'll show you what I'm looking at.
Check BitX, I want to see you check it out. 0.00230633 BTC.
It's just this. Hold on. Just talking about. Look, y'all. You see this? It's just Bitcoin's 23,650. Ethereum 1650. Matic's 133. XRP's 41.6 cents. Shiba's, 14, whatever. Insane prices. Litecoin's over 100 still. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what he's talking about. So, again. Super sketch. I'd be really careful. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't mess with it. I think that's too good to be true. And I don't think you selling your Bitcoin, there will be any buyers at that price right now. If there are, wow, man, go for it. Do you think sell all your Bitcoin for that kind of markup? That's crazy. And then just take that money, put it back on your exchange, and then buy back at 21.6, right? All in a good day's work, right? But I don't think that's how it would play out in any way. I don't think that's how it would go. It seems scammy stuff. But thank you, Binance, man, for the multiple contributions today. Seriously. So we had another request, right? Let's see here. Multiple requests. We knocked out natural gas. We knocked out HBAR. We look at Netflix for Ali. Old Netflix. Oh man. Just gone, just doesn't stop, right? No structure, just a wave up. And what is your earnings? You already had earnings, didn't you? Yeah, already had earnings. Continue to rally. It's not really a predictable pattern. It's not something that add a resistance. I mean, you really don't have a confirmation high. It's not really like the best argument for a reversal, even if it collapses here. Remember, you're always looking for the confirmation highs, and you're always looking for undeniable bearish divergence on the second high. And you're just at your highest high a few days ago. And I definitely understand how it could reverse here. But again, what were you saying? 4-hour daily RSI bearish structures. What structure's bearish? What kind of structure are you identifying here? Are you something on the 4-hour? I mean, God, that's okay, Momo shift maybe, but what kind of structure is it? An A, B, C, D or something? I don't even think so. You ever got a deep enough retrace? The one thing I could tell you is like maybe from like this high to low, it's an 886. But that's it. I mean, this high from March to the low, 886. That's all you got, man. Yeah, your divergence is pretty. It's pretty real on the 4-hour. I mean, that's just lots of lower levels in the Momo. So good luck though. I don't think it's the best. I think like you could win here, but I don't think your argument's as sound as it could be on others. Okay. Yeah, Fishhead, probably a fake website where you'll be sending money straight to their wallets. Yeah, be very careful. Do not use that website. I mean, unless you have an account on it already and you're able to tell us on the inside, there's no point in risking it, man. Crypto is the Wild West, dude. Let's see what the next one is. Let's see here. Natural gas, looked at it. It would be TRIAS on KuCoin for Gabuchi. Okay. Beautiful. Oh my God, what a beautiful springback test. Yeah, gorgeous. Like inverse head and shoulders /
Bro,
springback
MB
test.
try to arbitrage on BitX. If it's a scam, we'll all see it. Show us it's real or not. 0.000691999 BTC.
Again, like I'd have to do all this stuff that would disrupt my live stream, so I can't do that, man. It's not real. Like I don't need to do that to know. Like I've been in this space for a long time, and again, I've already said it. Like if something's too good to be true, it is. Definitely is. Not maybe, it is. And this this exchange, it's too good to be true. Way good to be true. Like it's not. It's like whoever was doing this, they should have made it not as noticeable. It should have been like, oh, just barely. It was barely higher prices, so someone would think, oh, it could be arbitrage. But I think it's like way too blatant. Prices are way too high above where they should be, right? So that to me is too much, man. Should have been lower. Should have been like maybe only $500 higher, not $2,000 higher. So yeah, chicken nugget maybe. All right, so I mean, TRIAS, not much to look at besides there was a time to look at it where it was gorgeous. That is so real, and it's really like you got a confirmation. One springback test and then a second one, dude, and that's just powerful stuff. And you had hidden bullish divergence on the second springback test, and then it's been going ever since. And you even got a nice breakout and then formal back test to the levels that were resistance became support before accelerating higher, or to where you saw like a couple of days ago your highest price since May. And well, you are above a candle low close from July 2021. And you know, it's kind of another zone here. You've got the low there and then a low from March. So I can get the gray tool out. So you can see it's like you're now you're at the next inflection point. So breaking that, history tells us straight up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know for a fact if $3 is breached on TRIAS at some point, history says that $5.79 to $6. That means like 100% upside on this asset above $3. That's crazy, dude. That's freaking wild. So understand though, any pullback here isn't going to be weird. It's not going to be a big deal. In fact, I mean, you pull back could be an area one could re-add their position if you went back down to like $2 or something. But yeah, for now, man, you're at it's kind of at the resistance. The asset's up ridiculous amounts in a short period of time. I mean, up 150+% in almost 6 weeks, and at the resistance after doing that. This is exactly where if you're buying, you're FOMOing, you're buying at resistance, which is the antithesis of what you should be doing, right? Buying at resistance is bad. Buying at support, good. Do you understand that? Music stop. Okay. Next request was Hex, maybe? No, hold on. Let me see. TRIAS and then CRK for Jake. Comstock Resources.
BitX, this is an old Chinese exchange. They recently moved to London. I just chatted with their support. Looks real. 0.000692224 BTC.
It's not though, dude. And anything that's Chinese, Communist Chinese, no thanks, dude. If I were you, if you're a Westerner, never touch anything Chinese. Sorry. That would be anything to do with financial instruments, that's for sure. Yeah, thanks for the contribution, dude. It is a scam. Yeah, of course. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, it's a scam, dude. It's a scam. What's up, Jake?
CTRA is another nat gas stock that closed weekly and bi-weekly above an interesting level. If you could check that as well. Thanks.
Sure. I'll look at it, Jake. Next one was this one. And wow, you know, this reminds me of Hog Features, doesn't it? Yeah, this is the same freaking painting of the hogs, man. Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. Yeah, this is serious. Think about this level here. Very real. Okay. You got a potential, I mean, a beautiful M shape that's completed. Gorgeous request. Gorgeous freaking request. And that was Jake, dude. Good stuff, man. Good old-fashioned bullish bat pattern. Right at that 886. Just, God, that's perfect, dude. Type 1 return. And reaction started beginning. You have bullish divergence on the RSI. So this is reaction mode. So this could continue. I think where you're at, I mean, you close back above that July 2018 level, and there's this one high from 2017, 1337, LEAT. It's probably the target. Probably the target. But yeah, you really got to love this one, man. Where it's at, it's beautiful, dude. Let's see how far it goes. Great request, man. Very nice. Okay. I mean, like, you know, so what were you saying? You were saying natural gas stock. There you go, because it looks like natural gas.
I tried your Bitix and I'll tell you that with $3 I got 3.5. Really? Maybe it's not a scam? 0.000922238 BTC.
Bro, it's a scam, man. I mean, that's the oldest scam in the book. You send me this, I'll send you that, but in a different format of it's an exchange, man. I don't think there's anything that can be said that would change our minds at this point. I'm certainly okay with being closed-minded on stuff like this. If I miss out on something, hey, man, I'm good with it. I'm good with missing out on it. That's like, hey, man, you could win the lottery. Well, you know, I don't buy tickets because I don't think the odds are good and think you're wasting your money. Yeah, I mean, like, virtually, dude, you're trying to scam my viewers, and I really don't appreciate it, but I do, you know, I mean, like, just please, if you're listening, if you're watching the stream, there's someone actively trying to scam you, okay, different aliases, and, yeah, it's a scam. This is kind of a new one, right, chat? I mean, this is kind of like, wow. I kind of like went full stop on being innovative, so at least I'll give you that one, man. You definitely original, kind of original. I mean, you took a mix of the original scam or the unoriginal, the scam that had been going on, but you kind of mixed it with this crypto exchange.
Please accuse that scammer of brushing his teeth with Tide Pods.
What's up, Derek, man? Is that a joint? It might be. All right, so we're just witnessing, you know, this is just bad actors in the space, and understandable. So Comstock chat, please pay attention. Please add this one to your watch list, because the upside potential, just think about it. I mean, something like this, but what we would pray for in the end would be a type 2 return, and then later we get this, okay? That is what we would dream of. We always look for, we always covet that, but we're just at that the perfect completion. Great job scanning. Great job. Okay, let's move on. Patron Citadel members, you've been pinged on this one. You are aware. Next request was, let's see. Hex for Anonymous. Good Hex. Pump dump, pump dump. Moon Earth, Moon Earth. Oh, it literally respected the TA in ways that were perfect, where it broke a level, it back tested it, engulfed, and ran straight up to the next one, and then closed and reversed, and then just rallied. Just rallied a little bit. The bearish engulfing candle is still valid. I mean, you're just kind of in between two major levels here. No action to take on something that looks like this ever. The time that if anyone was ever going to take a shot on something, it would have been on the spring back tests, the supply line breakouts, buyers holding. This was the zone where if anyone was going to do anything, it was down there. These old levels were being redefended as support. That was the area. Here, there's nothing to do. There's no action one could take that would be strategic or low risk. Okay, that's your Hex. But nice, dude. Nice how it pumped and went to the next level. Let's see. Let's see here. Bullish shark on Bitcoin. Well, that's 23K. You posted it last night. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to like find it, you know. Where is it, man? A shark on Bitcoin. Target 886, 20,843. That's not it. It's Jameson's. See. Nope. That's kind of tough, man. I don't know where it's at. Bro, you should just like post it again. You shouldn't be like, I posted it last night. What do you want me to do, man? There it is. Okay. No, that's weird, man. That's an arbitrary X point, like anchoring there. I mean, I wouldn't, like, that's not ever any way I would look at it. But hey, man, if you want to do your thing, that's fine. I just don't, right now, I don't think there's any sort of harmonic on Bitcoin. That's just my opinion.
Gentlemen.
I think you have an X, and anything you have an A now, and now you're going from A to potentially B, but we don't even, I mean, right, you still have 3% plus downside before you even hit a 382, which would mean like you'd create a B point. It's an interesting chat that the contributions just disappeared. They're gone now after the bad actor was called out, unfortunately. Well, it's fortunate we called him out. But hey, man, I'll take his crypto all day, whatever. But you won't know. It was a scam. Okay. Katera Energy.
What's up, Mitch? Happy belated 5th. Check out CVGW stock on the weekly or monthly. A massive Gardley completing. I know you'll appreciate this one.
Ooh.
Cheers, Kang.
What's up, Johnny, man? Good to see you again. It's been a minute. We'll take gander, all right? You know I love me some Gartleys, man. Let's see here. Natural gas stock. This is it. Yeah, Katera Energy. Oh my goodness. Could be good. Now, maybe. Go to the weekly.
Let's check out this site BitX, 0.000692219 BTC.
What's up, OMG? Thanks for the 15. But again, chat, remember, this is a scam. Okay, people are being very innovative here. Please protect yourself. Don't do it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of torn here on this one. Not as good as the other one. I mean, I kind of liked like locally. It was like kind of trying to bottom out, but just you think about something like this that went on the run, okay, and then it sold off and then attempted a rally. You can clearly see lower highs in the previous high and it's rolling over, made a lower low. So anytime that happens, normally you're looking for full resets. Full resets are 886s, okay? From the low to the high here. You normally want to see the asset come back down 786, 886s, right? If anything, this is almost like you've broken a bad action magnet move and you're confirming it. But yeah, you did bullishly engulf on the weekly. But I look at something like this and I think normally it's more downside. Wait for the M shape. Wait for the predictable pattern. The reliable pattern. Wait for that to mature and develop. And I think you're just kind of on the tail end of, think about X, A, B. This was the C. C ended. Now you're beginning possibly the C to D wave. All right. So, and you know, these are this high is lower than this high too from 2013. Yeah, right. So it's okay, but I think they're just, well, again, when you're having to ask questions, it's kind of tough, man. I mean, like, if you have to ask questions, why even ask questions? Why not just move on? Move on to the next one, right? That's a Katera. Yeah. Let's see. Johnny wants CVGW. Next one. Calavo Growers. Cannabis. Well, cannabis, man. Pump and dump, right? All the time. Oh, yikes, man. I don't see this really that great at all. I mean, I guess it's holding one level. You said a Gartley? Weekly, monthly. I'm on the weekly. Massive Gartley completing. How? Like, where's your X point? The only X that makes sense on the weekly would be the 08 low, 09 low. Like, all these are just noise. You go to the monthly, they don't exist. You go to the monthly, this is the only way you could anchor is X in 2008, and you're not there yet. You got a ways to go. Right, you're trying to be like, this is the B point, this is the lower high, and this is the 786. Yeah, but I think there's stronger supports down at 2361. Look, dude, if you want to take a shot, by all means, nice bullish divergence there. Really nice bullish divergence on the weekly MACD histogram, not on the RSI at all. There is no edge on the RSI. I'd preferably wait. No confirmation lows either, right? It's just, again, man, I think they're just better assets out there. Maybe it does hold, but when higher high, why? You know what just happened, right? Like a few weeks ago, like a month ago, this asset made its lowest low since 2013. Anytime you're saying that, it's normally bad. Okay, it's normally like there are better assets to put your limited amount of money into. When's the last time it made a higher high? I mean, these are real things. Dude, you want assets. You want to put your money in assets if you're talking about longing to make higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. How many times? Over and over and over. Yeah, you're looking for uptrends. You're not looking for losers that are in these downtrends that have lasted multiple years. And yes, maybe you're hitting a 786, but no higher highs in sight. And you just made your lowest low. It's a joke, man. I don't care if it goes higher. I'm going to put my money in something else, man.
HBAR 4% on the day.
Oh my God, Solta. Well, yeah, the FOMO, dude. FOMO world, you know, that's where we live. We live in the FOMO world. All right, we just got through all the requests that were formal. Yeah, making sure. Yeah. We did it, man. Okay, wow, what a stream. What an interesting stream, right, today, on Friday. Stock market's closed, commodities are closed. Go back to HBAR if you want to, man, for a second. Yeah, look at, oh, Momo. It's going to go, dude. Look, you're on the cusp. I mean, dude, above 7.9 cents. I'm telling you, like moon, like unbelievable, ungodly run probably, but you're just at the resistance, and it's after the asset's appreciated in value 100%. I mean, it just, who said it can't go? It can't break it. I'm telling you, it's just higher risk areas for longs. We're talking about strategizing entries, stop losses, take profits. Seldom, if ever, is it a low risk, high reward opportunity when an asset's up 100% in 40 days. And it's butting up against a resistance where it's reversed violently before, multiple times, right? So, man, I hope it breaks. It probably will, because my partnerships with so-and-so, and it's the weekend. So, all right, if that's the case, on the weekly, there's not an effing thing until 17 cents. Can't even believe it. But look, I mean, talking about candle close, above that, it's on, dude.
Just stay on here.
Just stay. Oh, okay. I have an alert set up, bro. Relax, man. I got an alert. We hear the beep. HBAR's doing things. Shiba, yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you, Mr. THQ. Of 1.87%. Again, this one's like.
Can you look at Shiba, please?
All we gotta do is look at the weekly to know. Who cares? One's just sitting long on this for over a month
This
now.
is not a scam, I checked. I can give screen my telegram at Euroboss213, 0.000692339 BTC.
Yeah, unfortunately, boss, man, it is a scam. And, you know, I think we all kind of understand that you are behind it. So, please, if you're watching the stream, do not do this. Do you trust me or do you trust the TTS? Trust me, man. I'm telling you, I've never led you astray. Do not do it, chat. Don't you dare go to that website. So back to Shiba, completely fine. And if you're patient, I think eventually you'll see 1700, 2000, 2700, 3000. It's been the case, but I'm sorry it takes a long time because it's the weekly time scale. That's it. But we go to the daily if you want, and trying to breach back above the 1340 level. And yeah, maybe a little hidden bullish divergence in development on, again, the daily. Where you made the low, you're attempting to make a higher low. I think getting back above 1340, that's where things could pivot and we could run again. Not even kidding. Scroll, you must have just got in here. We just looked at HBAR. What's the last asset I was on? What the heck? Okay, so now Shiba is like, he's going to draw down, it's going to retrace because it was such a spectacular run. Remember, we were here at the beginning of January talking about the type 2 return where that was the level. Now we're up off that level. Now we pulled back. Now we're trying to pivot again. Yeah, let's get those likes up, man. What y'all doing? I know it's Friday, but come on. Cost of admission, 1 like per person. Yeah, 289 likes. I remember this reminds me of 2018. What happened, man? Thought we were cool. I mean, actually, that's pretty pathetic. Only half of y'all hitting the like button. Wow. What am I even doing? Did I do something to offend you, chat? I mean, come on, dude. Be sure to join the Discord too. Anything about the new day? Something's up with Shiba. Yeah, you got Dash up 1.88%. Let's check on that one. I mean, dude, look what Dash did. It pulled back, tested this old high from August. Oh my God, dude. You're talking about the first formal back test of a key inflection point from December of 2018 on Dash. Imagine if this holds, what could happen? What kind of implications could be involved with this actually successfully holding? I mean, what was once support and then it became resistance. is now support again. What if that holds? Think about where this thing could go. Dash is doing some serious stuff right now, and I'm not saying it's a low risk area for long, because you just pump, man. We were here when things were more reasonable for everything, live, talking about it. I can't help that they went up a lot and are now just not as, or they're not at as reasonable areas for fresh longs. They're just not. So, but I am telling you, look where Dash is and look what it's doing. Very interesting.
Hey Mitch, congrats on the crib. Really enjoyed watching you get lit up on the champagne the other night. Would you mind looking at XPeng the stock? Thanks.
What's up, Algo Hunter? Thanks, man. Yeah, dude, it's been a long time. Yeah, dude, we got lit, man. It was good times. Really, really good times. And we'll look at this, whatever XPeng is. Yeah, sure, right now. XP on 360 Incorporated. I guess, right? Not much data, huh? Super scammy, right? But yeah, above 211. I mean, now you're like, it's up 54.5% today. So it's not really a request where, you know, someone's wanting to see if it's an
Thoughts
actual
on Apple
long.
turning into a crab, failing twice at 157 and retracing to 886 and COVID lows? China tensions rising could be the catalyst. Small chance, but a chance nonetheless. Thanks.
Rep will look, man. We'll go to Apple after this one. Don't think we'll be spending much time here. There's not much to do, right? You're in between 211 and 430. And so if you're in between them, flip your coin. This thing could be down 30, 50% on Monday. As you've seen before, these levels, what price actions occurred, okay? Just in more recent memory, December and January. Here we are in February. That's really tough too, because like it just gapped up. And I don't know what it was exactly. Was it Cube Series chooses company for batteries? There you go, man. Okay, it's a battery company, and it was news-driven catalyst. Therefore, that's kind of like news-driven catalyst, man. It's like a black swan. It's like a white swan, man. It just happens, and pumps happen. So cool. I don't know if this is going to keep going, but I'll tell you the next inflection point is probably 428. That's it. Apple. Well, 156 being tested as resistance and closing the week below it again. You just made your lowest low. You are working on still maybe your lowest high. What's the weekly look like on Apple? Yep, testing and failing again. Unfortunately, that is a textbook weekly bearish harami. Okay, chat, we have a weekly bearish harami confirmed on Apple virtually. Not really what you're looking for. So upturned iris. No, not really. No. Used to a long time ago, but I realized like there's demand for that, and it just takes up so much time, dude. It's like you schedule it, and it's just, oh man, like I started doing this stuff so I could have more free time and enjoy life and all that, and man, doing one-on-ones just very time consuming. It ends up not becoming about the money, which I'm sure people would want to do that, and just, you know, I don't know, if someone came up to me and they're like, I'll pay you thousands and thousands to do one-on-one. It's like, okay, sure. But, you know, most times it's just like not like that. So, yeah, just kind of like deferred. Okay, and I'm talking like this is way back too. So, yeah, I'm telling you, like 156.80 is real, and you couldn't break it. And you confirmed a bearish reversal here. And I could understand after 4 weeks, 1 month straight, Are we talking like the beginning of the month, or like just, you know, in January? This thing went up 20% in 21 days. Shoot, dude.
6% Kang.
Oh my God, HBAR is gonna do it. Well, there you go, man. Breakout watch on HBAR. Still doesn't mean like, okay. I mean, I hope it breaks out, man, and I hope everyone becomes kings, all right? But mine says 5.78. Very close. You are on breakout watch. Look how close you are to the breakout. Wow. Wow, so close to the breakout, man. Right? Looks so intriguing for the FOMO, right? But be careful, man. This is the highest risk area you could ever have.
Can we check out XMR?
Even if it breaks upward.
Seems to have led the dump before BTC, back-tested and held a high from December 13th on the daily. Wondering if that bullish divergence from the daily low on December 17th is actionable. Thanks.
Cool, man. But I was trying to defend this level again, dude. Whew. That 200-day moving average holding. Back tested the high from the 13th. Oh, 13th. Some 13th. Well, I mean, dude, this is it. You're starting to get to levels where you need to hold this. This is, look, back from September of 2017. You're at it, man. If you hold here, then this could be a low risk area. It's certainly a way one could strategize if someone wanted to play the back test in this situation. Just thinking about something like this, right, where when you have a stop just marginally below that level, and then, my God, dude, probably if your one target, if this is going to hold, would be this high from May, and you get 4-to-1 reward to risk trying that out, right? That's something that makes sense because you're at a support. You're back testing a support. Any pivot here turns into hidden bullish divergence undeniably, and the trend, I mean, it's just another higher low too. So it's an inflection point, man. Yes, you can strategize here reasonably, okay? Jake, does that work? I hope. And then the weekly is still solid, still fine. The weekly, you know, spring back test. You know, back testing the 200-week simple moving average in the past few days this week. Yeah, wild, right? Just give me one more higher low. Just make a higher low than the low from November at 120, and all is fine. All is well. There you go. Man, super choppy, yep. Super choppy, man. Okay, so it's been a good stream, man, despite the interesting stuff that happened today. The scammer coming by. I've been live 1 hour 33 minutes. Be sure to hit that like button, that bell, the sub. It's been good, man. It's been real good. So, at 350 now, let's get 400 likes, man. 400 likes. We could do that in seconds if you truly wanted. What, 40 likes to go, and we can do it, man. Man, I had the craziest dream last night. It was super scary, dude. I woke up freaked out. Never had a dream. I mean, sometimes you have dreams that are so vivid. Dude, okay, so I was like in outer space, near Earth, but, you know, maybe kind of far out from Earth. But I was looking, I can't remember, I was with someone and, you know, in my spacesuit and stuff. And then, like, we were looking out at the Andromeda Galaxy. And we saw some really weird stuff happening with the galaxy, and then just a huge, like, burst of light. It's like almost like the entire galaxy exploded, and it was like a supernova. But, like, you know, of course, how does a supernova happen of an entire galaxy? That's only for stars. And I don't know. Again, like, these are dreams. Okay, so it's like, oh my God, the Andromeda Galaxy exploded. But then, like, later, like, it was still in space, and looking back at, like, just all the remnants of the galaxy. And then just like just these pulsating lights were bursting, and then all of a sudden this huge, like, beam of light, like a massive laser or whatever came and just destroyed Earth. And I'm like in space, terrified, looking at Earth just being just completely obliterated. And I'm just like, oh my God, I woke up and I'm like, Mother of God. Dude, it was like traumatizing dream, dude, scary. Whew. Man, well, okay, so, dude, 19 likes, come on, man, 19 likes for 400, we could do that easily, right, chat, Bueller? I don't know, how much feedback on the dream, okay, sounds like it could be a crazy movie, right? I don't know. I haven't had many outer space dreams. I don't even think I've ever had a outer space dream I could remember. I'm sure I've had them before, but you always forget your dreams. But dang, dude, at least the vivid ones. Like there was one dream I had when I was in Biloxi, and I was like at the bottom of the ocean, and like I was like with Scott Carney, and we like found like this insane cave of like all these crazy, vibrant rocks and gems and stones and diamonds. And remember we like found the treasure. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I like streamed it, so if I ever forget it, I'll remember it. A white hole or an event horizon? Oh, that sounds scary, dude. Real scary. Do we do it? Do we do the 400? We did it, man. 400 likes. Let's go. Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat. But yeah, XMR above 154. Anywhere between 145 and 154. This could be just another formal back test. Could you just imagine, man? Dude, like the IWM, even if it went lower and just somehow pivoted above the low from November, think about what kind of accumulation structure would be maturing. Like, good God, could be the dream, man. To ever see that happening above these levels could be legendary. This could be so, it's like what you're working on is a 3 rising valleys is in development right now. And good God, give me one more higher low and then get back above all these levels. Just moon, dude, possibly. So just pay attention. Yeah, Monera's one to not ignore. And hopefully that pattern's in development, man, right? Okay. So let's, yeah. Go ahead, Bitcoin. Look at it. Not much movement today. It's the weekend. I hope you enjoy yours. And I really appreciate everyone coming out. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between.
See.
And I will just, I'll be back. So I'm gonna enjoy this skyline. Got some things I gotta do. And then, yeah. So I guess until next time, respect the T. A. Wait, Jack McDonald's coming in late.
Hey Mitch, can you look at digit root suka dollar suka?
Had an hour and a half, man, I guess. Sure, we'll look at it. Thank you for the contribution. I'm grateful. Save the stream, I guess. Can't remember which one I'm looking at. Uniswap or US dollar? It was there, man. Suka. Yeah, dude. Do we need to find it? So people can't be like, oh, it's just hindsight. It's like, no, it's actually not. This was real life. At some point. Or maybe not. I don't know. We looked at it on stream and yeah, dude. I know for a fact someone requested this thing. What did it? Bullish engulfed yesterday. Highest daily candle close since November. It was the perfect setup, man. This is the dream. This is dream state. This is like, hey, we'll go to assets and they're not showing any discernible edge, but then you look at an asset that does something like this back in the beginning of January. There you go, man. This was the dream. Jack, here we are on Suka. So I'm looking at your Suka. There's no action to take. The action to take was at the beginning of the year. was beautiful. So way off the reaction received. I mean, how much? What's it up off of the actionable? Probably the engulfing candle was probably the trigger. So off that engulfing candle, up a 100% in 33 days. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just gonna, that's for you, Jack. I wish there was more to tell you. If you're asking me something, I would say that 12.8 cents is a profit-taking level for someone who did enter down at the reasonable levels, the top of the harmonic, right? And then after that, it's just going to be probably 14.3, 15 cents, the all-time highs. That's it. But yeah, it could turn into something far greater, where it's like one low, the second low, and goes to, if things get wild, we'd Fibonacci high to low here to get targets upward. You got 18.6 cents for a 1272, and a 1.618 would be 22.7 cents. That's if this ends up becoming one massive double bottom on like the weekly. It could, and that's what you got extensions for up there. This was a Sharkly. Yeah, it wasn't even any kind of actual harmonic based on textbook, because this wave right here was too shallow, far too shallow to be a real shark. But nevertheless, it was an M shape I identified, and we had two lows, and you had bullish divergence on the second low, and it all happened at a nice line. So critical thinking, like, it doesn't have to be a formal M shape, but it certainly, if it has all the other variables you're looking for, it could very well play out. Okay. You were in at 5 cents, seeing how it, where I think it ends. So again, man, like, I think you're getting towards those, levels where you catch a reaction, pull back. Any kind of pullback will probably be a pivot higher low than previous lows and run again. It just all depends, man. You're starting to get to the levels where layering out is always a good idea, because you're up 100+% on a position. That's great, man. All right. So again, if things got nuts for your jackpot percentage position you hold, even after layering out a decent amount of most of your position, these would be up here. Okay. Thank you, Jack. Okay. So thanks again, everyone, for coming out, and then just enjoy your weekend, take off, relax, recharge your batteries. Or I'll tell you this: if you want something in life that you've never had, you must do things you've never done. So if you want the crazy skylines, the crazy life that everyone dreams of and covets, there's nothing wrong with working on the weekend. In fact, I did it for years. Still do sometimes. So again, delay your gratification, including weekend recharge time. Because if you ever, if you ever want to break away from that 9 to 5, you don't have much time. So the weekends might be perfect to work on that. So anyway, I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TRIAS.